Oh, is this thing on? Of course it is. Good morning, everyone. I'm Pastor Craig, and I want to welcome you to Kids Time this morning. Today, I want to talk to you about the bigness of God. This was a topic that we were exploring with our upper elementary youth at our youth group meeting this past Saturday at our group called GET, God's Elementary People Together. We were tasked during our prayer time to try to come up with a poetic address for God that reflected God's bigness. Here are some of the things we came up with. God, you aren't just a single flavor from the ice cream shop. You are as big as all 31 flavors. Another one was, God of the universe in a sea of universes, hear our prayer. We also know that God is referred to as the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and end of the Greek alphabet. It would be like saying that God is from A to Z. One of our youth said, God, you are the infinity of all the numbers. Pretty amazing things to think about the bigness of God. But we also talked about what it's like for God to be in those small spaces too. Writers from the Bible have said that God knows each and every small part of us, including each and every hair, which means that God knows even my bald spot. God knows every small space in this world. And when we puff ourselves up next to God, that bigness might be a little scary to us. When we deflate ourselves and when we put ourselves down and don't respect the gifts that God has given us, that also can be a lonely and scary place. But God meets us right there, or right there, or right there, or right there. God's bigness holds us in the midst of all that challenges us in this world. When someone is crying, God is there. When someone is celebrating, God is there. When we gather as community, the bigness of God is there, and that bigness creates hope, and that hope moves us to be able to be bigger than ourselves. When we embrace the bigness of God, God's love is big in our hearts. We are known by God in those still, small, quiet places, and we are known by God in the poetic expanse that is in our mind, that's in our imagination, that's in our prayers, that dreams for a more godly centered world. May we revel and rejoice in that bigness of God and being known by God, even if God can count all the gray hairs on your old pastor's face. Amen.